Dire team's turn to pick.
It's being first banned, I think that.
Yes.
All I can say is these teams in draft is no more than what most of us know. I won't speak for here, but
well, I think it's for them. It's just like they're coming in to this game. Sample size is one.
Yeah.
They won 2 games with Razors. They won 2 games with Razor on Puckchamp. So it's like
Dire
we don't really know
team's
what to
turn
ban here, so we're gonna ban what they won, and then we're gonna take away another hero they won with. Io. So out of the 3 heroes I mentioned that might get in the game, can't ban them all. They got one off.
And that makes the team that kind of catchy.
Radiant
And
team's
you
turn to
maybe see
ban.
one series, and you're just like, well, we just gotta ban what they played that one series. And every series matters so much. Playing 7
Dire
best.
team's turn to ban.
It's more prep as well. It feels more like a chess match than a Dota game because Dota format we're used to is like 5 days of full games. You have to watch a bunch of things. Coaches like ROTK who don't sleep, they're very valued. But right now with the whole week to prep, you actually have a lot of like different options that you can consider.
10 seconds remaining.
Puck is another hero we've seen a bit flex a bit more between the core world.
5
We've seen
seconds remaining.
Puckchamp very popular.
Yes.
I was waiting for that to happen one time. It fits
Great,
the
they're back.
criteria of all the carries.
Dire team ban.
Splash farming, stack farming carry. So like it fits all that. It scales a little worse. Doesn't build up, but it's a much stronger laner. A lot of teams prioritize the tempo. They can just do a Bane Kunkka lane, which is very interesting as well. If the off
10
laner
seconds remaining.
or so the position 4 ever leaves, guaranteed to right. So
5 seconds
grass.
remaining. Radiant team ban.
Is that how you prep the hero as well? Slaughter of Venom, maybe a Viper as well, just to pick them.
Yeah, Veno's great, especially because they don't know where this is going. I mean, Lesh picked up by here's
Dire team's turn to ban.
It's a great combo, just something to keep the Lesh or give him health going. Because the flex right now, from the Veno ban, it kind of looks like they do want this as a carry though. 'Cause I think in the mid lane matchup, like you don't really see the Veno very much. Ban Veno for Kunkka mid.
10
And 3
seconds
minutes.
remaining.
Crazy. It's like you go back like I don't know 6
5
months and you
seconds
see
remaining.
banning 3 mids after the enemy picked up. They must have a read Puckchamp that.
Which is weird because Kunkka, I think, is extremely good versus Lesh. So if they do want to do that, that is like they're setting themselves up for just like a perfect mid Kunkka. If that Leshrac is a mid.
Do you elaborate on that? Why is it so clutch?
I mean, it's just one of those heroes that like Lesh can't really harass the Kunkka, and the Tidebringer spam on Leshrac, he's low HP. It gives him really low. Then at level 6, you just X-bode him with any rotations, and Shrek can't go on your towers. He can't take your towers like he likes to do. Dies every time. So it's good throughout the whole game. And plus, Leshrac is an AoE hero, right? Does a lot of AoE damage over time. The Rum stops most all that damage. It's a pretty hard counter.
Dire team's turn to pick.
The alacrities on him because, like I said, he's really just playing around the Tidebringer and timing and the laning. So he definitely has space for them to pick another carry. They could pick a mid carry if they right, something more
10
like the
seconds
SF
remaining.
type that are a little greedier. But we'll see if that's what they choose to do.
5
I'd love to see
seconds
us
remaining.
Kunkka less
Radiant team's turn
Gambit
to pick.
shows.
Axe.
There's the hack.
We have seen Melisax before, gods.
Last season.
Yes, and they picked him up once
Dire team's turn
earlier
to
this
pick.
week. Yes, and they won with it as well.
Disruptor.
Axe not very favored these days, but Melis makes it look really strong.
There's potential. I've Kunkka mid versus Lesh being strong.
10 seconds
Range carry
remaining.
That Axe is gonna have dealing with. Works fine.
5 seconds remaining.
Pick their carry down here, Puckchamp. Or decide where this Kunkka is. So they're gonna pick their mid or carry, but I think Kunkka's mid. Something. That looks great versus like the Axe plus Leshrac. combat, more team fight. Teams like the lifesteal. A lot of.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
They went for the mid, right? They really want the mid.
Europe has been running into the camera. No raise SF. Are you a fan of the no raise SF build?
Wow, that brings me back like 15 years, honestly.
Yeah.
Full circle here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it though. I haven't seen it. I'm hyped if that's the case.
Yeah.
It was Secret who
10 seconds remaining.
against a Medusa, like outscaled Medusa.
That's because Nisha's now.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
They're easing him in back into the character role by putting mid here.
It's a mid here, but he's still not playing. He still wasn't playing with Raze. He was going stats over Razes. So it was like he was like a level 20 SF and had 0 points in Raze.
That's interesting. Stats went back.
Oh, he went stats?
Yeah, he went stats.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not see that game. That's interesting.
The SF though, not only has Nisha played it, but people have been talking about this SF carry as a potential new build. Same at the Kunkka, right? A new flexing idea. But I mean, here you can put either SF or Kunkka mid. And like, the flex is always there. They have last pick as well.
They have I think the Snap plus SF gives them like a lot of kind of. So I remember taking the. You take some towers with this, which is something that Kunkka, whether it's mid or carry, doesn't really.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Do you know if mid is a play IO offlane or?
Is it like a 4?
Yeah, 4 or 5. I'm just wondering if this Axe. They have to worry about the Axe IO lane, which is a very strong disruptor at offlane.
I've seen Happy Durara play it last time. Well, I know he's a high player, but
some teams can do both.
Exactly, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Or they'll swap their forward.
Yeah,
things
exactly.
like that.
And if it's IO Axe, is that a very worrisome lane? Is that something?
Depends on what they play, but it is very strong. It's very strong.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't think that's good. I think they should have
5 seconds remaining.
Puckchamp deals fine with the Axe enough.
Yeah, it should be fine because they're gonna get battle hungered. He has the cleave, right? And SF is not going nukes. He's just gonna get battle hungered and zoned out of the lane. It would not be fun.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Might have to get 1 point and nuked. That off. Still not sold on until I see it a couple more times.
Are you sold on mid SF though? Because I feel like a lot of from the analyst panel perspective, we often see these mid SFs like mid laners love to play it, but often
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, reason for that is it just. But if you have
5 seconds remaining.
He does.
Dire team's turn to
He
pick.
could make that split.
Race King!
Most of the problems with SF is back. Generally speaking, he dies once per stage and needs a lot of farm. But a lot of these players, SF players, they've played it a lot. They know their timings.
10 seconds remaining.
Competitive. The other team also those timings.
5 seconds remaining.
Wraith King is going to be the carry choice.
Very strong against the burst damage they have right on Puckchamp. The 2 lives should be able to go toe to toe with a Kunkka. Oh, to me. You know the IO combo.
Offlane, is there a tide in the game?
Choose your hero.
That's a pick we don't see these days.
Yeah, I thought they'd go for tide versus 3. You know, this works too. Just a little more unconventional.
What's the strength of the Underlord hero over Safe?
Just versus strength hero, and especially if there's an IO in that lane too. Like, they'll probably be able to stay sustained, but the Underlord will get very farmed. I don't think he can get. Yeah, so the Underlord is just, his goal is to just kick the Wraith King out of the lane. Go and then very farm, defend towers. Honestly, the lineup right now from Puckchamp looks a little turtley for a little bit with Underlord Kunkka. They don't have a lot of aggressive potential until they get their items. Probably just gonna wait.
10 seconds remaining.
Be ready to play Dota.
I look at this and I feel like
5
this
seconds
IO
remaining.
Second tempo. If they can do well in that lane, this Melisax can take over the game. But if it doesn't go so well, then they don't have a way maybe to punish the turtle.
Mills plays the Axel and does go ham. Like his style is, Cap was noticing that he always likes playing these low cooldown heroes. He just runs at you constantly, and we'll see if Gambit can do that well enough and they can stop Puckchamp's tempo, or if Puckchamp wins his first game with a somewhat unorthodox draft. For that though, we do have 2 casters to narrate this wonderful encounter, and that is Lyrical and Trey.
Thank you so much, Avo. And yes, Trent, we are here. We've got AS Monaco Gambit facing off against Puckchamp. Both teams with kind of, maybe not unorthodox build as much for AS Monaco Gambit, but not what we saw from them in their first series. How you doing this morning? Yeah,
you're prepared. I already shoveled snow, so today's prepared.
It's so
ready
festive.
To go. Yeah, festive like someone else here. Yeah, look at this. Jeez, I bring Christmas lights, and you're like, all right.
I gotta step it up.
Yeah, that's well done. I don't know. It's exciting that we have a meta where I see a Kunkka and a Shadow Fiend. And I'm just like, so who's where?
Right.
Safe lane, mid, lots of safe lane, Shadow Fiend. I'm sure you've all been seeing a bit. And frankly, it's actually looked pretty good. I wasn't sure how I felt about it first, but when he's just swinging, pops a BKB, you try and go on him, he turns the fight. So we'll see if Puckchamp can pull it out here.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see if they can make it work. I was gonna say that one thing that kind of stood out to me is we have just an explosion of sound from all of the taunts and everything else. It definitely feels like for Gambit a different type of draft than we saw from them in that first series. That Monkey King being taken away means that Alberca's playing on a much more passive hero in this Wraith King, and it feels like there's way more pressure on Melis to get not only a good lane like Gods was talking about, but also just like into some really solid movements later on. So we'll see if they're able to do it and how it works out.
Yeah, and of course Melis will be facing versus that the safe lane Kunkka, as that's sort of the whole dynamic that we've had here lately between these Shadow Fiends and Kunkkas, is like who's going where, but Kunkka and Bane. So will be interesting to see like how much they want to go into in terms of just like controlling the Axe. Axe tends to like, maybe want to pull the wave a little bit, mess around the camps and stuff, and between Nightmare and Torn and even potentially X, seems like a dangerous task. I was definitely of the opinion of like hoping that the IO would be there, because like Axe IO is a very formidable lane, and it looks like that's the set we're getting.
Immersion already there with them. Durara gonna stand up here for the moment, and maybe they try and get a little bit aggro at the start or something. It's just gonna be that normal thing that we see, where he'll make that slow movement back towards the bottom. So that'll be interesting to watch. Young G playing on the SF, facing off against Lorenov on this Leshrac. Another one of those just heavy, magical, bursty type of spam out the wave, go farm the small camp. And are there any blocked? It doesn't look like it. It's available.
Happy's just gonna throw a sentry down and block the camp up in the triangle instead, actually, and then head to lane. Different way of slowing down the SF there. So Shadow Fiend versus Leshrac. I like Leshrac lanes because I just need to see how many split earths they get on both the creep and the hero. Get the range creep and the hero, and I feel like it's like, okay, yeah, this guy's. That's the main value there. Great last inning so far.
Yeah, killing it. Be something to watch for in this lane if there's any potential rotations later on or what have you. There is a big potential to overextend and then get caught by maybe a glimpse or something later on. See if it ends up happening at all. But regardless, top lane, Kurlat, Collis facing off against the Immersion Melis duo. Tons of regen here with that headdress, and we'll definitely be keeping that pressure onto Puck.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a little bit of that pressure though, because of that ward they had, like close to the tower. They spotted the courier, so he killed the IO's courier already from Ducalis. So IO obviously a very regen based hero, so it's really nice when you can get a snipe like that early on the hero. It's also just gonna straight up delay the sentry that will be coming in to try and contest the blocks and everything too.
That's not what they want to have to deal with. Obviously, Melis also trying to go into that ring of health. You can see back towards mid so far, still very even between these two. There might have been a miss uphill or something there. But so far, nobody really pulling that far ahead, as you'd imagine, than just the ability to spam it out. And actually thinking lightning early in here for Lorenov, hit by a couple raises.
And then bottom lane, we have Alberca on that Wraith King, as you point out. Not nearly as exciting as last time. I thought what they did so well for Gambit in our previous series was they really utilized the supports and then comboed that with that like big control of the Wukong's command. I felt like Alvarca was just like popping off the whole time. And Wraith King has just been, well, frankly, a disappointment of a hero. You know, I never feel like this hero's having a good time. I feel like everyone's just picking up this armlet sick right now. And he just looks sad. Like, he needs to be enabled so hard by his allies.
It's true. It's super frustrating. And also sometimes just like that tempo, you think about all these other cores that are going BKBs and stuff. It feels like you want a bunch of other items before you really get into that on him. But regardless,
he has that one swing and
right.
It cuts a support in half, and you're just like, ah, yeah, okay, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, this is why we pick this. Mellis getting some good damage there on Ducalis, but 2 points in Brain Sap, not easy to take him down. And actually just keeping this pressure on, does have the 1-2 build. So a Nightmare into Torrent. Saw this earlier, Fear was talking about it. Is it gonna be enough though for a kill? Oh, Brain Sap back up, but just out of vision. Mellis will not go down. Double Sap. Oh no, that's just my
the value, dude.
Good.
The Underlord pick was something pretty interesting too, though. Like the choices were a little bit weird at the end. Like when you look at Tidehunter and it's like, you know, they've got like Axe and Disruptor. I don't know if I want to mess with that. And then you go to the Darkseer and you've got the Disruptor in the lane too. So just kind of went for a little bit unusual in terms of like he's not picked that often, but certainly a strong hero. And still is able to offer up that aura situation that you're kind of looking for. Doesn't really have that big like AoE team fight that maybe would have been really great with the Shadow Fiend and the Kunkka, but as long as you hit your pits, you can definitely get a similar effect considering how much control they already have.
Yeah, and just sort of one of those big tanky people that's not going to have too bad of a lane against these guys and should be able to, you know, get into some of those defensive items. A very different style of offlaner than we're going to be seeing from Mellis here, most likely. As Hollis slowed, trading off Nightmares, and Torrent afterwards. It's going to connect onto the IO, but Krellat just going to back out afterwards.
Major war of attrition in that top lane is mid Youngji. He's doing the long walk back. Heading all the way home.
On the Astral, getting brought down low. Alberca with the skeletons. That's not going to be enough in the end. So a good chunk of damage done there. Still no first blood. We're heading into the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Snapfire lane's not getting kills. I feel like, you know, you're playing Snap in this lane. You're probably a little irritated. It's like, you know, I have Cookie. I really want to make some plays happen, but I've got an Underlord on my team. They have a Wraith King, so to ensure that you don't get over aggressive at the very least. Although Happy, though, maybe he stepped up a bit too far.
Getting brought down real low. A couple more punches will be enough. Astral able to draw first blood there on the Snapfire. Great big win.
Snap players are okay again. Gotta get kills in lane with this hero.
It's true. It's interesting though, because going back for the little shredder build, something that we hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah, everyone's been opting towards the scatter blast. Just, I mean, so much burst, right? But well, sure, it's honestly not that big of a difference. And if you can abuse some like lower armor heroes, has the Blightstone there too. And obviously, you know, you're running some similar stuff on the lineup with the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, everybody comes mid. Loren off. They go over there for the Nightmare. Hit directly. No trade-off. Oh, great play there by this Disruptor. Happy making the move. Keep his Lesh alive, but maybe he's stuck out a bit too far. With immersion in the area, it looks like he's going to be perfectly okay. That was close.
Yeah, really well done from Happy there to come in. You know, if he's not there in time to trade that Nightmare, as you said, then he's just gone, right? Yeah. That's a free setup for Young G on the kill. They did, at the very least, secure a regen rune there for Young G. So after having a walk all the way home, he can now regen back up and avoid that situation again. And we'll head to the jungle. A pool of newfound mana. And up top, we got the IO returning. Emerge and put the damage there.
Ooh, that's a lot of creeps. Some trouble. Torrent going to be off the mark. As they run him down, this might end up being a kill here onto Krellat, although Ducalis trying to make something happen to save his life. Trades over the Nightmare, but not in time.
Thanks to you.
Still, though, a ton of pressure onto this Kunkka.
Does have his armlet complete by the looks of it, though. And of course, as a Kunkka, he's home. DPs, X is back, and now we'll have that there. So they could go for a potential turn here, although Ducalis is very low on mana, so that's a tall order.
Yeah, I mean, it's super hard kill with Vanguard done now, too. So frustrating, I'm sure, for Flat to have to deal with this. But Now with the armlet, should be able to clear through the creep waves pretty quickly.
I think Mel is just gonna like run through this jungle now, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
because Kunga's gonna be pretty visible, and with this Vanguard, he's very hard to take down. Plus, you always have the threat of Emergent just tethering in out of nowhere and turning it from a like I'm just farming into an aggressive turn onto your hero. We'll run into Collis. Does not plant a ward down, so that was really good. Else Emergent would have lost that instantly.
Lat getting a little bit close here with Melis and gonna drop the boat even. Teammates coming in, trying to get them into position to help. Don't have that much more left, although with the raises, that's probably going to be enough. All right, they got him 1, got him 2, got him 3 with the raises. Couple more punches going to come out onto Immersion. And Puckchamp makes some solid rotations with Young G and find some kills.
Yeah, that wasn't really out of his way either, right? He was like kind of cleaning through the jungle anyway, waiting for respawns. Comes up, grabs the kill, while he assist. And on the second one, gets the kill on melees. Now you can just go right back to ping the neutrals. Meanwhile, down bottom, Malik is just waving at his opponents here. Has Tread's Soul Ring and 78 bonus damage at the moment. So not too worried about Happy contesting him. Which begs the question, where's Astral? Well, the answer is he's mid, because he's a Snapfire and the Shadow Fiend's jungling. So wants to get that early XP, lead towards a 6. Potentially could even have 6 before the Tome comes out here, which will free that up for Ducalis as well.
That'd be really nice for him. Yeah, a ton of extra
double
moves.
smoke too. Those 2 supports, I mean, they could kill anyone, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's an easy pick-off there if they manage to find it. And the other thing is, like, we see that big move by Shadow Fiend. Nothing really gets punished anywhere. Lorenov is still farming pretty well on this Lesh. Went for a 2-2-3 build now, and it looks like Melis is going to try and clear through these creep waves. They just need to get him online. Like, that Blink Dagger is going to be so important for all of the rest of Gambit's draft to come together.
Yeah, and this is how you set it up, right? You get the Ancient Stacks, you get the Vanguard, then it's super easy to take his Axe with very low risk, but Ducalis gets a ton of that XP at the very least, and in they come.
Oh, Train over Nightmare, maybe? No, not going to do it. Requiem, not going to be enough damage, at least yet. And with Renov coming in, the rest of Puckchamp maybe going in a bit too far here. Can they burst him down in time? Renov living, Immersion keeping him alive.
I have a glimpse too.
Oh,
risk
gotta
it?
be careful.
Happy, they don't want it.
Yeah.
Someone made the call. Don't do it, please. I don't want to see that Kunkka again. Kunkka comes back. You know, he Tidebringers off a creep wave. Everyone dies. Be happy you managed to save your left track.
True. Yeah, it's super interesting the way that this game is working out right now, because it feels like Gambit, you know, there's this like hold, right? That you very easily could have gone for that glimpse and tried to play around a fight that was looking okay, but they're like, no, we're just going to wait for this timing. And Puckchamp in the meantime trying to get whatever they can done. And well, this is a lot done right here. If they can bring down Alberca, does have mana for ulti, so he's coming back in a second. Already queuing up the kisses. He is rooted right at the start. Io coming in, that'll be enough to keep the Wraith King alive.
My sad face there was for his farm. He's looking a little bit rough here.
Yeah.
Pretty far behind. Both him and the left track, but especially like as a Wraith King that's like sitting in safe lane, he's been pressured really hard. Like think about how early Astro left as well. Yeah, and he is just not finding it. Part of that's because like Disruptor's been moving a little bit, plus it's Disruptor. Like if you you know, if you're not ahead in the lane, it can feel pretty bad. Now it's just been having his way down here. It's been really good.
Is what you want to see, and we're still about 600 gold away from Blink Dagger on that axe. They're making these moves with like Immersion Lorenov, but no Yule Scepter, nothing really else to get done on the map for Gambit at the moment. A way to start the fight.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
1,000 gold lead for Puckchamp, and for them, I mean, the timing seems pretty clear. You know, you get into the BKBs pretty soon and start running down towers.
Yeah, Kunkka buys BKB. We take 1 tower, we take Roche, we take more towers. Although you can say that fairly similarly about Gambit as well, I would say, right? They just want to get that Blink Dagger to point out, and then they want to start grabbing towers, right? They have a left track. They need to open up some of this map for this Wraith King. Let those skeletons flow and really fill the coffers of Alberca.
Well, see if they can get it done, at least for now. Rotating everybody up top. It's going to be a tier 1 tower taken. Blink Dagger done for Melis. Coming out right now in the courier, so this move is so important for them. This entire game has kind of been leading up to this moment. And Puckchamp at the meantime, are kind of grouped together in mid lane. This could be a
Beating
fight
on
for
Dire's
win.
top tower.
Man, they just need such big plays right now from Gambit. Like, their damage is so low. They need to hit that static storm, right? They need to get like a 2 or 3 hero call. Because I think if they don't get that good intro to an engagement, if the rum gets off, how are they going to kill these heroes right now?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If Lenovo wants to do damage, he's just going to die. He has a cloak. Okay, sorry. He has a hood. It's been upgraded.
And there's so much, like, yeah, there's a lot of
magic
magic
that
damage.
much better, I'll be real.
There's also a ton of physical damage here. So, yeah, this is a smoke up. If they can find a pick off, that's probably a better route to go than just going for a full-on engagement at this point.
When you smoke and the closest hero is this far away, it feels really bad. Smoke's halfway over.
He has Dark Rift, too. They go on
Radiant's
Malik.
bottom tower's got problems.
And it could be a nice catch for
Dire's
them.
middle tower is
Got
under
him.
attack.
I think
Going
Aspen
and
knows.
immediately, yeah, he's out. Malik is immediately gone.
Happy's not there.
Yeah. Back home, pressuring out the waves. Nothing gained. Puckchamp continue to build up this lead. 5,000 gold lead for them now.
That
Entire
move,
time they're farming.
yeah, that was like a 1,500k gold lead. Like, just gained for Puckchamp right there. With how much they were all farming and how no one was farming on Gambit.
Impressive stuff so far from Puckchamp. Feels like they are definitely reading the situation well. Well, Gambit, is there another move really to make besides just smoking up again? It looks like they want to, you know, obviously not give up Roche for free. That would be just an unmitigated disaster. So they're staying around this side of the map at the moment.
Invisibility.
I feel like they could just pressure bottom right now if they really want to as Puckchamp.
Yeah.
No real threat. I guess maybe they're concerned about some sort of a relocate play with an Axe Blink, so they want to move as a full unit and they don't want to give up that much control from their top jungle. It's also a little bit early to be like forcing bottom too, so I guess we're just gonna farm. I mean, they have such a lead that it feels like they could go for that like next tier of objective, but at the same time, you know, why not just try and get up to those BKBs first instead?
I'm happy. A lot of heroes nearby, but nobody to help him. Happy going to, well, he's in some trouble. Meanwhile, over in the jungle, there's another fight going on. Malik dropping down low, but Astro trying to finish off immersion. They will kill one. X afterwards onto Lenovo, trying to find a little bit of space for Astro, and it looks like they'll do just that. So a 2-for-1 exchange across the map there.
Good punish though, while the Dark Rift's on cooldown. And you actually have an opportunity to get that kill,
Hunting bounties.
especially when Happy is dead up top. Trying to get a little bit of vision in there for them. So, again, though, the BKBs, that is the timer for Gambit, where they just need to be like, all right, this game is so much harder now when BKBs come out. So it does feel like they need to try another aggressive move, try and drop some of these bigger ultimates, try and make some plays. And what will Alberca do this game? We have seen, what have we seen lately for our race teams? Some Desos, a lot of Radiance in my experience.
Yeah.
Sure, I like the Radiance so much this game. Feels like he needs a blink.
Something to help the fight like continue on, because right now it can only start kind of with Axe and kind of Lorenov on this Lesh, but not really even. We'll see. And Puckchamp hurdling the sit back, the weight, all working for them as they are going to get a quick little D ward there by Ducalis. Everything going their way. Lorenov found. Oh, Krilat's there. They're bringing in Astral afterwards. Well, the rest of the team's coming in now. Immersion might need to relocate his buddy out of here. Oh, or not. Okay, chase down. Couple more punches. Immersion trying to get out. We'll be able to.
Is under attack.
That is
Weird
terrifying.
fight.
Hasted Shadow Fiend just running you down. Space. Puckchamp all rotating, you know? That's something there. No one died. Kind of good. Alberca moving towards that. Is going for the Deso. I like the idea of just trying to eliminate one of these heroes. That might give them a chance. Get the big burst. And I believe they just drew an arrow straight north there as well. Thinking about a move into that dire jungle.
Yo, can I just say,
that's the play.
Happy Durara, not very happy right now. This is a pretty rough one for my guy. Look at his net worth. It's like sub 100 GPM.
He has been just sitting behind people this whole time. Just walking, sitting. I don't even know if he's been stacking. So I feel like he'd have more gold if he at least gotten off a couple stacks in his rotations.
He's
Mostly
got
because
dreams of a boot.
one day. God, 295. That is slow.
Yeah, that is painful.
And then you look at, you're like, well, at least Immersion must have like Locket Mech or something, right? And you're like, oh.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
Supports are definitely some of the ones that have been feeling the brunt of this net worth differential, but a big move down bottom. They do not have Young G with them.
This is the kind of turn they need, though. They need them to go on up and Melee's the counter. Oh, no, it can't be Melee's.
Oh, Melee's just blinked too, and they also break in the blink. Lorenov dropping down low. The Yule Scepter, the IO. Oh, no. Immersion. Gonna be able to do all that much. Balance now trying to back out a bit. They traded 1-for-1, but find Alberca afterwards. Torrent comes out, raise 1, raise 2. Nellis able to get the taunt. Still, they brought down that Raid King. A great hit. BKB out. Requiem afterwards. Do they drop him down? Isn't enough for the kill. Alberca in some trouble off to the side and eventually gonna get brought down. Puckchamp just all over this one, and Yara needs to get out. This guy punches pretty hard, my man. And yeah, the root, the right click. Poor old Disruptor. Damn.
You know, we were talking during the draft about like whenever I say Axe, I always think of Yules, and it's very good versus IO too. So I'm always looking for an offlaner that can get it. And I was thinking they might go like for a Pango or something with like the rest of their lineup. But the Yules purchase after the hood on the Underlord, another hero that really likes getting Yules, combo up with it, just absolutely perfect this game. Much better than going for like a Greaves or something, especially with how far ahead they are. Made that fight so simple for them, as you pointed out, with that the Yules to prevent the save there onto the Leshrac.
Very nice. Right now, Malik is feeling himself. He's like, all right, listen, guys, I'm the real carry now. I'm going Sanjin Yasha next. We'll see if he actually ends up buying it, but that would be awesome. I always love the right-click Underlord builds.
That's one way to hit towers, you know?
Well, it's interesting, too. He went for the extra armor instead of the Firestorm Radius. I feel like that's one that we'd be seeing much more often recently.
Wait, does that mean I'm not going to get the super sweet Shard rushed?
No, probably not. Sadly. Gambit, in the meantime, despite how it feels like they haven't been able to do anything this game at all,
what could possibly be the second half of this sentence that makes this okay?
The net worth lead hasn't grown that
Dire structures are fortified.
Is that fair?
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Like, you know, it's staying
despite the fact that this is a PvE mode right now. The game's still going.
To Radiant's bottom tower.
There's hopes in the future for poor old Gambit. Puckchamp though, they want to keep going aggressive now with these BKBs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
A chance. They caught one. Disruptor again, bearing the brunt of these ganks. Melis. On cooldown. Oh no, they got him. They got the Yules afterwards. He's gonna get stuck again when he lands. Alberca hoping to do something. Nightmare, another route afterwards. Yes, indeedy duty. They got him dead. Holy moly. Puckchamp just doing whatever they want.
Carlos is just chilling there. He's like, yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna grip this. This kill's free.
They're just Roshan. Like, it's nothing. I mean, can Gambit do anything here? I don't think so.
They really can't. If any of them walk in this pit, they'll die, and if it's Alberca, he'll die twice. So at this point, again, you need to go back to this idea of just Melee's not being the first person caught. It's their only hope, right? That's what Axe can capitalize on. That's Axe's comeback mechanic, be it like just when it's a slight lead for the opponent in the mid game or like a high ground situation where things are looking rough. It comes down to the big call. And, you know, teams these days, they're kind of good at Dota. They don't just, like, stand in a group anymore. Really hurt Earthshaker and Axe when people figured out that you just shouldn't all stick together all the time. So you need that initial jump from your opponents onto someone like this. It's nice, delectable, juicy, bait-worthy Leshrac, you know? But Melee, he's got to be hiding for that to work.
True.
Too out front. He's too easily seen. you know.
Because he's the one that is the basically the only person that can start the fight for them. Yeah,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You saw there some tips for the former teammate. Love to see that. Of course, the background of Mellis previously on Puckchamp as well. So it's always good to see a little bit of, you know, sure, it's all in good fun. Happy tips, we'll say.
Should write him some actual tips, some notes,
under
you know.
attack.
That would be far more BM than tipping someone in a game. If
Oh
you
my
just,
God.
like, publicly tweeted them after, be like, hey man, I noticed that your axe, like, you know, maybe.
No, see, I thought you meant like in the game you type him tips like, dude, go blade mail early or something, you know, like
Top
that.
tower is under attack.
Well, catches one. Disruptor ulti drop down as well. They're like, we are gonna kill you, Ducalis.
Are those
I
cracks
think
no
in
more.
his top
You
tower?
just invented the next TIBM. That'll be it. It'll be just like, oh, that's not the build, dude. That's
Not much good's
I'm
happening
pretty
to
sure
Radiant's
BKB is
top
your
tower.
item.
Yeah.
You just type that in your match.
And then you type sorry, sorry mistype or something like that
Radiant's bottom
afterwards. Yeah,
tower's
that's
got
the way to do it.
problems. They're beating
He's
on
back.
Dyer's top tower.
Young G though, keeping the pressure on. Ooh, okay. I don't know if this is gonna work, but maybe a chance. Young G brought down some of those PKPs actually before the Aegis. And, well, that is a heck of a lot of damage out. Mellis goes down. Alberca trying to do what he can against Malik, but the slow steady burn down. And then the X, the pullback into the Firestorm burns through the ulti.
They're not even there. He's losing his ulti. They're running away.
And it was level 2 too, so relatively long cooldown still on that one. Oh, and they're gonna go again. God, the X combo just to like TP back and then have him for round 2 of this is so nice.
Is it too greedy to fight this without BKB though? I think that's silly.
Step lively now.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Although Fiend's Grip is a pretty
they're
good
so
way to
slim
start
now.
it. Trying to kill him in time, and they're gonna get him. Eight 4626 4338 327950288419793937. That's as far as I can go. Sorry, I don't mean to, you know. No, yeah.
Wow,
So-
you just fucking set me up there, dude. That was like the ultimate bait. Why can't you bait like that in our Dota games? What the hell?
I don't know. It
You
happened.
just tossed up this softball, and I thought I was hitting it out of the park, but instead you just.
Radiant's top tower
Okay.
has looked better.
Hold that.
I'm holding that L.
It's falling.
Jeez. Ooh.
All right, one last gasp here potentially for
Nah,
Gambit.
you can do this. I'm done.
Poor person.
I've been betrayed.
It's true. Get owned. Oh, God. I feel like this, it seems like Puckchamp are aware that this is happening, almost. Although, yeah, Krillat just comes in, catches the wave,
Radiant's
X
top
is
tower
back,
has
creeps are hitting the
looked better.
tower.
Do they think this is happening though? That's a long tunnel.
Ooh. All right, they scan. They know where they're at.
Radiant's top tower is
God, but
just
Malik
as
is the
much
one that's
bottom.
like in front up here too. Oh, it's really hard to make it work. Oh,
Alright, there it is.
Expires right time, but then Jules immediately comes out, and then the crystal connects. Can they kill the SS? Do they have anything else afterwards? All right, Malik running in with that Sanji. Yasha trying to get the right clicks off. Lorenov down low. Krillat finds the finish. And Alberca getting absolutely wrecked right now. That's going to be his first life. They did at least get the SF, but is there anything else afterwards? Malik brought down low. They get another kill. Alberca actually starting to throw out some pretty good right-click damage here. And in a second, they're going to have Melis with the blink up. There they go. Disruptor, or rather, excuse me. Disruptor breaks the Fiend's grip, and they're able to get an okay fight, 3 for 2.
Radiant's top tower has
Dude, Ducalis just controlled up Melee's that entire fight. You can see the love. The former teammate of just like annoying. He just never would grip him. He would just constantly nightmare him. He was throwing some feebles on him because you know that with the Disruptor, like Disruptor, a pretty good counter to Vayne in that regard, just because Glimpse has this massive range that it's really good versus Vayne because you can just cancel Fiend's grip in like every single team fight if you have it up. And he's just holding it. He's not gonna let it happen. And when he does, he was dead anyway.
So much damage out there.
All right, well, credit to Gambit though, right? That was pretty sick. Yeah, actually, like getting in behind, going for the jump on the timing of the Aegis expiring. Just a little bit too far behind for those moves to really work out that well.
Right. Well, if you get a couple of more plays like that, then maybe you can start to, start making those fights look cleaner, and taking the fights outside of the base too is so important. You're not just like losing buildings the whole time. There's still only 1 Rax down, but this net worth lead is just really hard to contend with.
Particularly with their heroes, like it's one of those games where someone watches and be like, why would I even ever pick left?
Your admiral is
You
on
know what I
the
mean? Like I feel like this hero can look so pathetic in these situations just because he never really got off the ground and it didn't ever feel like he had that protection, that ability to really get involved in the game. And now you're just running around clearing waves with a halberd trying to survive. You know, you don't get Bloodstone, you don't get a Shivas or a BKB.
Radiant's top
It's a
tower
tough
is
comeback
under
game here.
attack.
Absolutely. In the meantime, I think Puckchamp showing a lot of respect to the, potential for blow up that can happen. Because at the end of the day, like this is still a lineup. Like SF's the real carry, but they've got a position 1 Kunkka. Which as nice as it's looked, I feel like if you're matching that up 1-to-1 against the Wraith King in the late game, Alberca is going to be able to take him down. But it's just a question of like all those other heroes that are there, and the fact that he's still 5,000 gold ahead of him.
Yeah, we're gonna get really late. We're gonna be here a while.
Fair.
Radiant's top tower
That is one
has looked
giant
better.
Kunkka, 3,400 HP. He's 1,000 more HP than Wraith
Step
King.
lively now.
He
Your
hasn't
admiral
even
is on
completed
board.
his Reaver item here, which is on the courier, so Satanic done.
Burka needs to finish off this AC. They already have that one on Krillap. Of course, SF, the Presence of the Dark Lord, has the Aura Effects buildings. Round 2 of this. It worked before. Will it work again? Couple of pings. Burka there.
Oh, they got their scan. It did connect, so they know there's someone up there. They have no vision. They're flying blind right now.
Drop down a ward. C1. They know that Mallet's right there. Melis looking for the jump, wanting to find the other heroes. And are they going to be able to do it? Great vision right now. And off to the side, Melis. Immersion's caught. He's going to get hit by that bow. The kisses come afterwards, and this has not worked out for Gambit. Immersion has to back out. We'll be able to. So Gambit wanting to play around their vision, and Puckchamp saying we're going to do the same.
That was nice. Melis had the 4-staff save there.
Yeah.
That's why Immersion's living right now.
So they had a choice to go up to high ground, but instead, Puckchamp wanting to take the fight into them. Melis walk forward. Oh, that's gonna happen. The blink away. Oh,
Tip him again, Ducalis. Tip him again.
That was so good. And now Aya's gonna go down. Oh man, impressive stuff. As they'll find another. The Renoff is gonna die here also.
Double kill.
Double kill, 3 gone.
This abuse?
Impressive play from Puckchamp. Whole game through. Looks solid.
Yeah, there have not been opportunities.
Lively now. Your
Gambit. I
admiral
mean,
is on
when were they last? Were they ever leading? Not really.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Ever so
attack.
slightly at the beginning, but this has been all Puckchamp all day.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Nicely played as they're gonna head in, take down the second set of racks, and
Radiant's
what do we got?
middle
25 seconds until Lesh is back up again. That's 22,000 net worth. This game is looking just about over. Puckchamp continuing the streak, looking solid.
Dire now has mega creeps.
Yeah, hold on here, I guess, for Monaco Gambit. You know, we got a best of 3 here. And perhaps they want to sort of feel things out, get warmed up. You know, it's morning Dota for them. What is it, like 4 o'clock-ish, 5, you know, somewhere in the afternoon. So they're just waking up as Dota players do, crawling out of their hibernation.
True.
Or staying up for all hours of the evening.
That's how you do it. You gotta keep getting the, you know, the peak hours of when people are playing it.
Don't move. All right, he nightmares.
Got Alberca here. Pull back in. Oh my god. The GG. Yeah, you can, that's a Hyperstone first on the AC. That's what that is. Melons catches one. We'll go there for the taunt. Looking for anything extra. Just getting absolutely wrecked, though. All the minus armor.
Double kill.
Clicks come through. Godlike on Kryllat, and GG is finally called as Puckchamp. The game to play today.
Victory!
They came to dominate, frankly. I mean, that game just wasn't really much of a game, was it? That was pretty much just Puckchamp going through with their game plan and no real defense or counter options being shown here. But